And here is my next guest. What's your name and what brings you to JFall?
So my name is Hinse Schuur, and JFall is like a great community event which I go to basically every year, or at least when I'm able to. So
We met before at another conference. There we were a speaker. Not today, I think.
no, today I'm not speaking. I'm just attending the conference. There are a lot of great sessions. Actually, too much to choose from, basically. But yeah, it's yeah.
What sessions are you focusing on today? What's the main topic you want to learn today?
Typically, I don't have a main topic. I try to go to diverse topics, so technical ones, like maybe the geeky ones, and also the more like soft skill style. So I like the diversity.
You're a Java developer yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
How many years? Which version of Java did you start?
Oh, I'm sure I did Java 5, so I'm doing Java, I think, for over 20 years now. Yeah.
So you have a long history. You can tell me some nightmare stories about upgrading Java, or went everything always smooth?
I don't have like nightmare stories, but for sure I don't think everything went smooth with upgrading. I do remember some, I don't think it were Tomcat upgrades or something, but not really like Java upgrades. No real issues there.
But that's a nice thing. I heard it already a few times today. Upgrading your Java application is actually not that difficult. People think they are stuck to Java 8 and they will never be able to upgrade, but maybe just try it.
Yeah, so it depends, I think, is the normal answer. So from a technical coding perspective, upgrading is not that hard because it's backwards compatible. So what you run into more often is what, for example, an infra team provides, so that they only can provide Java 8 or Java 11, and then you're stuck with that version, but it's not because you cannot upgrade, but more because the runtime they deliver cannot be upgraded.
So sometimes you have to get away from a server application or a server environment to be able to upgrade your code.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Can we go back to your talk the last time? What was it about?
So last time I did a talk about code reviews and some best practices around code reviews.
Some highlights that you can say, what is important if you go to a code review? If I have to review the code of my colleague, do I have to be polite? What are the things I have to take care of?
Of course you have to be polite, but it works, so it starts with the basics, like use the word we, for example, instead of saying you. That really helps. And request something, not demand like, okay, it must be done, but okay, should we do it like this and this and this? And it's also important when asking for a review that you're also open to feedback and realize that it's about the code and it's not about you. Although sometimes it can feel like you put a lot of effort into that code and it's like maybe your baby, and then it feels really personal if you get comments or critique about stuff. So if you realize that beforehand and you're open to comments, that really helps.
I read a few articles about a code review is actually too late. It's better to go into an approach of pair programming so that what needs to be reviewed was actually already reviewed. Is that a better approach according to you?
Yeah, it also, of course, depends on what you try to achieve with the code review. So I think to get the code out, I think pairing could be good. But you can also have like knowledge sharing is an important thing with code review. So you could do that in a pair, then you have some knowledge sharing, but then you run the risk of being having the same tunnel vision basically. So then a fresh pair of eyes could really help there. But then the code review is different, less on the specific details, but more high over. So then you have a different review. So I think that's probably a better model, but that's not always possible.
Okay, so again, it depends, and a combination is probably the best solution.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Have fun at the conference.